Hey everyone, welcome back to 100 Days of YouTube. This is day 10, and I am going to let you in on a little bit of my process of how I came up with Best Friends Forever. So let's get started. About 2 years ago, I was trying to sell another TV show, and I had a pitch meeting with OWN. So that's Oprah Winfrey's network. And I was working with a production company and I had a really great pitch. And I met with the executive, went through the pitch, and then he started talking about the kind of projects that he was looking for. And he said that OWN is like 95% African American women watch it, and they were looking for something that could stay on long term. So I knew that probably what I was pitching wasn't going to fit because it was a seasonal show, but I took that and just kind of tucked it away in my brain because at that time I was just thinking about friendships and what my friends have meant to me. So I was talking to my son, and just sidebar, if you're trying to figure out how was I able to pitch a TV show, my son, he works in the industry, he has agents and a manager, and so typically I will feed all of my projects through his agents and managers, and then they set up the pitch meetings, general meetings, all of that. So I had this idea. I created a pitch deck and I sent it to my son. And let me just tell you, because my son, he will be hard on me. He was like, "It's not there yet." And so we went back and forth for like probably a good maybe month and a half, until he felt that the pitch was good. And I just find that so funny because it's like, here it is, my child is teaching me. But you know what? You absolutely can learn from your kids. And so I sent the pitch in. He sent it over to his agent and to his manager, and they loved it. They were like, "This is a great idea." Um, this is probably about a little over a year ago, but obviously, right now the industry is going through some changes, and it's very difficult selling like Black shows. So they were just like, "Well, we need A plus talent to get this sold," and I don't know A plus talent. And so essentially, I just kind of said, "Well, you know what? I'm just going to do the show myself and hopefully be able to build it up from there and just see where we can go with that." So that's how Best Friends Forever, the idea came about. And so the first thing I had to do was obviously just figuring out the logistics of where I'm going to shoot this. And we were new to the DFW area, didn't really know the lay of the land. So just found a studio, went to different studios, found one that definitely seemed to have the look of what I wanted, and so we ended up selecting a studio. Now, as far as guests, I didn't want to go the celebrity route because, again, that's just going to be, this is just like an experiment. I'm just trying to see what I can do on my own. So, who do I ask? I ask my friends, people that I have known for 20 plus years. And so we went about casting that way. And so I try to have it as diverse as possible, in terms of how long people have been friends. So, uh, Claudette and Kim, which are up on the screen behind me, they have been friends for like 40 years. Um, yeah, 40 plus years, 42 years. And then another pair of best friends. They have been friends since their 20s, and so now they're in the 40s, early 50s. And then we had actually my mom. She was on because her two best friends, and these are women who I've known all my life, they passed away. So I wanted to have kind of like a difference in the kind of people that appeared on the show. And then who else did I have? I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Okay, maybe I haven't forgot. No, I think that was everyone. And then so we just kind of chopped up the episodes. So like Kim and Claudette that you see on the screen behind me, we did 3 episodes. And so it was kind of like taking them through their childhood, middle, like adulthood, and then where they are right now. And so that ended up being three separate episodes. We have 9 episodes for the first season. And for the second season, we made some changes. So um, each pair of best friends are only going to have 2 episodes max. And I just think it flows better. And so that you don't get tired of seeing the same person. So we're just making some changes. Also, the opening of the story is more of like a voiceover. So it's kind of telling you their story before you even see them on screen. So we have a lot of different changes. Um, and then there was going to be some familiar parts to it. So you're just going to see like the changes in the very beginning. And then, so after we selected the studio, we flew people in because people didn't live here in the DFW area. And then after that, put them up in hotel. We'd have like a welcome dinner when possible. And then, yeah, so then we just, I'd have my script. So before that, we would do a pre interview. And even though these are people that I knew, I still needed to do a pre interview in order to kind of figure out how the episodes are going to kind of start and finish for the next episode. And so I had my cue cards written out. If you're watching the video, you'll see I have like my little index cards with questions to ask them just in case if I forget anything. And so we went through the process. It took roughly about probably about 6 months, because we started filming in February and we did not release until September of 2025. So it was kind of like a labor of love. Also, we had a producer that was terrible. So the producer, we were told that when we booked the studio that they would do live switching editing. So they are cutting it. They're editing as you do the episode, which makes it a lot easier. But the producer did not do that. So we kept just having a lot of issues. So eventually he got fired. And we got this new woman on as our producer, and her name is Mackenzie, and she's absolutely amazing. So she kind of had to clean up the project because originally we wanted to release it in the summer, but we couldn't release it in the summer because the editing was so bad and they had to go back and go through all of, because it was 5 different cameras. So she had to go and edit all of that and put it in instead of if she live edited during the when we were filming live, it would have been easier. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But yeah, so she had to come in and clean it up, and that's what took so long to release season 1. But now we just finished season 2. 90% of the episodes are edited. I just have the last 2, which Mackenzie just sent me today. So I'm going to go and look it over and send her notes on the edits. And yeah, so that is like the first piece of how I did the show. Like I said, we do the pre-interview so I can figure out, the questions to ask. And, when I did the pre-interview, like I knew there were going to be some like really good parts because there were a lot of emotions just on the pre-interview. So I was like, wow, this is going to be really, really good stuff. And these 2 ladies behind me, Kim and Claudette, they just have such an incredible story. And if you guys haven't watched, go watch it. Episode 3 is a tearjerker, and let me tell you, these ladies, they love each other. They love each other. So yeah, so that is how I put the show together. It's my first time doing something like this, but I think it turned out great, and I can't wait for you guys to see season 2. It's going to be really, really good. And yeah, so I'll come back on here for another day and talk about how I do like the marketing and the people I'm working with, and how we're going to do the launch for season 2. So I'm just trying to see what works, what doesn't work. If you guys have any suggestions, just drop it in the comments because I'm always open to learn about like marketing because that's definitely not my skill set. Uh, and there's been a strong learning curve with trying to learn that and market the show and social media. So, yeah, so let me know your thoughts. And I hope that you guys will check out season two, which drops in March, early March. So I'll give you more details on that later. So thank you so much for watching. This is 100 Days of YouTube. And this is Radia at Life by Radia. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.